guys, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse my appearance. I'm very sorry. I was working at the studio all day, cleaning up, getting ready for tomorrow because we're doing something really fun, and I had to clean. So this is like makeup from very early this morning that I've worn all day, and now it's a mess, so I apologize. But you know what? The focus is not about me today. It's actually about all of the goodies right in front of me, and I'm so freaking excited, you guys. So yesterday, today's Tuesday, yesterday, Monday the 6th, I went to the makeup show in New York City. It's basically a trade show for makeup. You get to shop, learn, swatch, test. It's really cool. You get to learn about a lot of new brands. It was so much fun. I did film a vlog, so that's either already up or it will be going up soon. I don't know about the timing, but yeah, it was so much fun, and I got a ton of amazing stuff that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So let's just dive right into it, because this is probably going to be a pretty long video. So yeah, let's start. One of the first booths that I stopped at was actually Nude Sticks, and this was the packaging. A little extra, but pretty appreciated actually. It feels like a little PR package, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, I got 3 products, so there's 3 products in this big box. Let me grab those. I am already a huge fan of Nude Sticks. I have a few of their products, so when I saw that they were going to be at the makeup show, I knew that I wanted to go to that booth and grab a couple things. I hadn't purchased any new products from them in a little while, so I wanted to try out some new stuff. I got 3 products from Nude Sticks. The first thing I got is the Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Face Color in the shade Bareback. So this is just a really gorgeous, light pinky, cool toned cream blush. I have their blush in the nude, and it's definitely more like a warm, darker toned blush. This one's much more cool toned and like that cute little Barbie pink. I thought it was really pretty, so I decided to grab that. The next thing that I got that I thought would look amazing with that blush in particular, because it is like that cool toned pink, was their Nudies All Over Face Color in the shade Illuminati. So this is one of their cream highlighters, and I thought it was really interesting because it doesn't really have any color to it. It's more of like a gloss, so it gives that really nice sheeny glow to the skin, but then it has a little bit of a pink cool tone shift. So I actually swatched the Bareback blush first and then swatched this and realized that they would actually look amazing together because they do have those pinky undertones, and I don't really have any of those like duochrome highlights that kind of shift different colors, so I thought this would be a nice way to try out that look, and I'm really excited to wear those together. And then the last thing that I got was their Nudies Matte All Over Bronze Color in the shade Sunkissed. So this I heard about recently and saw a bunch of people talking about it, so I knew I had to grab it. And it's kind of cool because even though it says it's a bronzer, and it can definitely be worn as a bronzer on some skin tones, it's almost more of like that perfect sun-kissed color, like you actually were out in the sun and got a burn, which is really pretty actually. It sounds weird, but it looks really pretty, and so I decided to grab that. I'll probably use it as a blush, blend it out. It'll look really nice. So super excited about those products. I love Nude Sticks. I'm so happy that they were at the makeup show. Next up, I'll quickly mention what I got from the Benefit booth. So Benefit was actually at the makeup show, which I thought was really cool because a lot of the brands at the makeup show are a little bit more like indie. So you can't really shop from them in like Sephora or Ulta or anything like that. Same thing with Nude Sticks. Like I was kind of surprised that they were there too. But I was really happy that they were there because I knew that I wanted to get the Gimme Brow, which I used to use but haven't purchased in a really long time, so I wanted to repurchase that because I've been needing like a really good tinted brow gel. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. It's a brow volumizing fiber gel. So I've tried some other brow gels in the past, tinted brow gels, and I just haven't been impressed with the brushes on them. They either don't give enough product, they're too big, they put too much product on so it just gets messy. Just nothing is perfect, but this is. I really, really love this tinted brow gel compared to all the other ones that I've tried. I feel like this is the best one. So yeah, I wanted to grab another tube of this and bring it back into my life. The next booth that we stopped at was Cinema Secrets, and this, if you're not like, I mean, actually, anybody can really use this, but I feel like you might not have heard about it if you're not a makeup artist, because it is definitely like popular within the makeup artist community. So these are brush cleaners. They are instant brush cleaners. It's quick drying, rinse-free formula. So I bought the little spray bottle that has some product in it, and then I bought the large bottle so that I could refill this little spray bottle. This is much easier to bring around with me onto makeup jobs, like when I'm freelancing and things like that. So I wanted to get both of these. This brush cleaner is so amazing. I've used it before and I just had to like restock basically. It gets every single bit of makeup out of your makeup brushes. You just spray it on or even like dip it. I know sometimes you can like dip it into the product. We could spray it on, dip it, rub it on a paper towel, and your brushes will be perfect. I do, of course, like deep clean all my makeup brushes in the sink with an actual brush cleaner, but this is nice to have if you have like 2 weddings, like one on Friday, one on a Saturday, where you can't really deep clean them because they won't be dry. So this is really nice for those back-to-back days, or if you have like a ton of clients and not enough brushes, you can kind of use this. And it is, this one in particular is really nice because it kills all the bacteria in the brushes, so it's basically a deep clean. So excited that I was able to get some Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. Let's get into some brushes because brushes were big this year. I got a lot. First booth we stopped at for brushes was Bdellium. I actually love this bag because I was calling this Bdellium. Like, it says B-D-E, so I was saying Bdellium. But look, it says the B is silent. So now I know. I actually really enjoy Bdellium brushes. Bdellium, I have to catch myself now. I got a few, when did I get them? I think when I was in California last year, I picked some up at the Friends store, maybe? I don't know. I've tried a few of them and they're really, really soft. So I wanted to grab more at the makeup show this year. I personally really love the Golden Triangle Bdellium brushes. They have a few. These are the blue ones. They kind of have like the triangle base. So I picked up a ton of those. The first thing I got from Bdellium was the Golden Triangle Complete Brush Set Phase 3. And it comes in this beautiful box. So this has 15 brushes in it. There's some face brushes, some eye brushes, so I'm just going to go through kind of one by one showing you guys what brushes come in this particular set. I also bought a few like individual brushes that weren't in this set that looked really cool, so I'll go through all of those as well. This is the little pouch that they come in. You actually unzip this, open it up, all the brushes are in there, and then when you're on the job you can fold it over and it's like a little brush cup. So that's really cool. I was happy that it came with the pouch. So first we have the 964 All-Purpose Blusher. It's kind of flat this way and then wider here. It's so soft. This is definitely a multi-purpose, multi-use brush. You can use it for bronzer and contour. You can use it for blush. It is absolutely gorgeous. Next we have one of the more interesting brushes in the set. This is the 968 BDHD Phase 2. So this is it's a little bit more dense than the other brush, and it just has this really interesting angle to it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but it's basically flat here, angled, but dense and thick. So this is going to be amazing for foundation, any cream products, because these brushes, it's almost like a duo fiber style. Oh, I'm so excited to use this. This is one of the reasons why I bought the set in the first place. Next we have the 942 Slanted Contour. This is really beautiful. I actually have this brush in a little bit of a bigger size. It's more for like blush, things like that, where you want a little bit more of a more diffused application. This is a little bit more precise. So this is going to be really nice for contouring, whether you're contouring the cheekbones or even the nose if you want to use it for something like that, because it is a little bit on the smaller side, but it's super soft, really beautiful. Next, in the face brush category, we have the 953 Duo Fiber Foundation. Now this is pretty small as well. I'll show you in comparison to the other brush that I showed you already. So it's a pretty small brush. I don't know that I would necessarily use this for full face foundation. It would probably take me forever, but I could probably use this for concealer, cream, bronzer. This would be amazing for buffing out cream bronzer, something like that, where it's a little bit more precise on the face. Next we have the 925 Dual Fiber Fan. This is going to be for your highlighting. It's very thin and flimsy, so it'll really apply a highlighter nice and diffused. It won't pack it on too heavily, so you don't get that stripy look. Really pretty. And finally, for face brushes, this is the most unique makeup brush that I've ever seen in my life, and it just called my name. I needed to play with it. And it is this guy. So this is the 990 Angled Face. So as you can see, it's flat this way, but it's so wide and angled. Like, I've never seen a brush like this in my life, and I honestly have no idea what I'm going to use it for, but I'm so excited to play. I feel like it'll be a good setting brush or even like a bronzer or blush brush because it's so fluffy. It's not very dense. So I'm just so excited to play with this and see how I can use it. Next we have the 775 Dual Fiber Shader. Now this can be multi-use as well. You can use this for concealer if you want to apply that under the eye or spot conceal. It can also be used to apply cream shadows on the lid or even powder shadows. So you can get a lot of use out of a brush like this, and I stock these in I have so many of brushes like this in my kit. So I'll definitely get use out of this. Next up we have the 758 Large Smudge. Now this is a little bit of a shorter, denser brush. See, it's not as flimsy as the other brushes. So this is going to be great for smudging out the lower lash line or smudging out a shadow on the upper lash line if you want to do more of like a smoky liner situation. It can be used to pack color on the lid, but it's just a little bit short, so it might not be the best for that type of application, but really nice and really soft once again. Then we have the 772 Small Shader. Now this is something that I would use maybe for like the inner corner, putting on a light inner corner color. You can even use this to pack color on the lid. It might take you a little while since it is pretty small, but if you have somebody with a smaller lid, this would be perfect. This can also be used to smudge out the lower lash line. You get a lot of uses out of this as well. Next up is the 783 Small Tapered Blending. This brush is absolutely perfect and beautiful. This is Dreams, it's goals for a nice precise blending crease brush. This will get you a nice outer corner application. Because it's not super fluffy and it's a little bit of a smaller blending brush, it'll precisely apply that product, but you can also use it to blend it out. So really love this. Then we have the 776 Blending. Now compared to the last one, this one's actually flat here and then wider here. So this one I like to use. I actually really prefer these for the outer corner. It just gives you a really nice application where it's not so blown out. It's definitely more precise. It can also be used to blend out the lower lash line if you're doing a really blown out lower lash line and you don't mind it being a little bit messier type of thing, because it's not going to be a very precise application with this type of brush. Almost done. Okay, next we have the 540 Precision Liner. This one just needs a little to be broken in a little bit, but pretty much you can use this for a lot of things. You can use it for, I would actually probably use this as a lip brush. I'm not too sure if it's supposed to be used for that, but I feel like it would make a pretty good lip brush. You could also use it for eyeliner. Because it is so flat this way, it'll get you a really nice precise application. So we'll have to play with that one, see how it works best. This brush is, again, so unique and cool. I don't see anything like this in the market. This is the 778 BDHD Phase 3. So it's basically a mini version of the other cool brush that I showed you earlier. This is going to be like the best concealer brush on the planet. I already know it. Just imagine like this little area that would fit right, that fits perfectly in the under eye. Can you imagine? Oh my god, I'm so excited to use this. So cute. Two more brushes. Next up we have the 781 Crease. Once again, a nice, precise, fluffy crease brush. This one's a little bit denser actually than the other two, and this one has a little bit of a different hair, so it's going to blend out shadows differently than the other white blending brushes that I showed you earlier. And just to compare these two blending brushes, the white one has more of a tapered point, so that's going to give you a more precise application in the crease, whereas this one's a little bit more rounded. And also, you can tell that this one's a little bit smaller, so they'll definitely give you different looks. You're not getting like two of the same brushes. And then last but certainly not least, we have the 714 Flat Eye Definer. I love these brushes actually. Most recently I've been using them for applying eyeliner on the upper waterline. I'll just kind of smoke it out with this. It gives you a really nice fine application because it's so thin here, but it makes it a lot easier because you can almost just like stamp along the lash line and then give it a little blend, and it's just like magic. It just does the work for you. So love this brush. So those are all the Delium brushes from this set. I got a few more that weren't in the set that I just still really wanted because I heard good things. So let's dive into those. So I got 4 more brushes. We'll go through them pretty quick. So the first individual brush that I got was the 944 Tapered Contour. Actually, I don't really plan to use this for contour. When I first saw it, I thought it would be great for powdering the under eye. Of course, it is multi-use, so you can use it for contour. You can probably even pack on a blush with this, but I thought it would be really nice for under eye powder. It would fit perfectly under the eyes. Then I got the 763 Angled Brow. I actually already have one of these and I'm obsessed with it, so I had to get another one. It was on my list. Pretty straightforward, just a brow brush. Then I picked up the 765 Small Angled Shader. I thought this was just adorable and really different from all the other brushes in the set because it is that angled look. So this I would probably use to maybe like blend out a smoky liner. You can use this for a, there's so many uses that you could use this for. You could use this for a halo eye right on that inner corner. That would give you the perfect angle with that little angle on the brush. And then lastly, I got a little liner brush. This is the 708 bent eyeliner. That just gives you that perfect angle to do a winged liner. It's nice and thin, but it's stiff. So it's gonna give you a really precise, sharp application. All right, fabulous. So that is everything from Delium. So good, so good. Next up, I stopped at the Melanie Mills booth, and I've actually never tried anything from Melanie Mills, so I was very excited that they were at the makeup show. And I ended up grabbing this little set. Comes in this little bag here. I wanted to like kind of try out some of her products since I'd never used them before. I didn't want to go ahead and just buy like a big bottle of one of her Cream on the Go Glow Girl like lotions. They're basically glowy lotions that you can add on the arms, the body. They're water resistant, really cool. I thought it'd be a nice add-on for brides if you want to do like a little bit of a body glow. So pretty. So this set is the Gleam on the Go Glow Girl Gleam Body Radiance Skin Perfecting Trio. Looks like this. Comes with 3 shades of her Gleam Body Radiance lotions. The first one is Opalescence, then we have Disco Gold and Peach Deluxe. So very excited about these. I'll just pull out one of them just so you can see kind of what the deal is. So this is how it comes in this little nice tube. And I honestly would prefer, even if I was going to buy these in singles, to get them in a size like this because this is so travel friendly. It'll fit in my kit perfectly. Whereas the bigger bottles, I would have had to depot anyways. So I'm really happy that she has these in little trios. Now out of the 3, this is Peach Deluxe. This is one of the darker ones in the set. But oh my god, it's so pretty. It just gives such a nice peachy glow to the skin. Look at that. Such a nice golden glow. Imagine just having that lather all over your body for your wedding. It would just look so pretty in pictures, so I'm really excited to add those to my kit. And while I was at the Melanie Mills booth, I saw that she had a book, which I've kind of been like collecting books lately. I have a few, and so when I saw this, I like really wanted to get it. And she actually signed it for us, which was so nice. She said, Chelsea G Team on, Glitter and Glam, Melanie Mills. Right there. So this is just a book all about glitter and glam and her techniques and her story and everything like that. So I'm going to put this in the studio so we can read it. My clients can read it. It's just really nice. Speaking of books, I also grabbed the new On Makeup magazine. They come out with one of these, I don't know, is it every month? I'm not too sure. But this is basically like the Powder Group's little magazine. They feature artists in here, talk about new makeup. It's just a nice little read, so I like to grab these and also put them in the studio for my clients to read up on some new makeup stuff. And this is all about what's in the magazine. I think they do it by season. It says spring 2019. All right, now we are on to maybe one of the best booths at the makeup show this year. Natasha Denona. You guys know I had to stop at this booth because I'll be real, I've never purchased a Natasha Denona product in my life because they're a little up there in the price range. So I've always been a little scared to really like pull the trigger and do it. But what's nice about the makeup show and all of these makeup trade shows is that you actually get discounts. I think at every booth. Every booth is going to give you a discount or give you something. And so this palette was normally like $130. I got it for $90. So that's a pretty good deal if I do say so myself. I didn't even tell you what I got yet, but I got the Biba palette, which is their newest palette. It's their neutral brown, warm browns, cool browns, golds. Oh, so pretty. I'll obviously show you right now. So this is what the outside of the palette looks like. Such gorgeous packaging. I love this aesthetic. And then open it up. Da, da, da. It is literally the most beautiful palette I've ever seen in my life. It's stunning. I already dipped into it. That's why you can see some brush marks in there, but wow, this palette, you guys, is just what dreams are made of. What I love about it is that you get such a nice range of shades. You get some shimmers, a lot of mattes, some like satin colors, and you have a lot of warms. You have some cool tones on the bottom here, so it's really versatile. You can get so many different looks out of this. These shimmers are like to die for. So amazing. This bronze color looks gorgeous. I actually used a few of these on my eyes today, and they blended out like so seamlessly. Like, how it's like magic. No wonder these are priced at their price point because it actually might be worth it. Did I just say that? It might actually be worth it for full price. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super excited to add this into my pro kit. I feel like my clients will die for this. Like, they will absolutely love it. I think it has pretty much every bridal shade that you could possibly need. You can create so many looks with this. So excited. This was on my list. I knew Natasha Denona was going to be at the makeup show, so when I saw that they came out with the Biba palette on Instagram, I immediately put that onto my shopping list, and I was like really hoping, because we went on day 2. So I was really nervous that they were going to be sold out, but they weren't, so I grabbed that, and I'm so happy I did. Last, I have this bag, which I did buy some stuff from friends, but it's full of a bunch of random stuff, so we're just going to kind of go through. Towards the end of the day, I started asking for no bags because I had all those other bags to carry, and it was getting to be way too much, so I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff into this bag towards the end of the day, so we're just gonna kind of dig in and see what we have. So one of the first things in here is actually something that Lord & Berry was just handing out, which was really sweet of them. You're gonna hear the lawnmower in the background. I apologize. They just decided to start mowing the lawn, so yay. Yay for us. Hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, so this is a little set from Lord & Berry. I think it comes with like a lip liner and an eyeliner, so that was really sweet. They were just handing these out even if you didn't buy anything, so pretty cool. Can you like do the backyard first? Is that not okay? You have to go right under my window. So next I stopped at the Alcone booth, which Alcone is a really cool company because they just carry a lot of pro products. Anything that a pro makeup artist is gonna need as far as like tools, accessories. They carry makeup, but they carry a lot of accessories too. You can find there. So the first thing I grabbed were these little puffs. I've actually had these before and I love them. What you do with these, when you're a pro makeup artist and you don't really want to be like resting your finger on your client's face, especially after you've done their makeup, you don't want to really mess it up with the oils from your finger. You actually just put your pinky through the little loop and then you can rest this on their face so it's not messing up their makeup at all. So I love these. They're nice and compact, very small. They sell some like these at like the drugstore, but they're always a lot bigger because they're supposed to be for powdering your face. So these ones are, I believe, specifically made to be the little pinky rest. So love those. So next from the Alcone booth, I got something really random and kind of impulsive, and who knows if I'm even gonna use it, but it just called my name and I like needed to try it. So this is the Lemonhead Los Angeles Space Paste in the shade Houdini. So Space Paste is basically a like jelly thing with glitter, and holy moly, this is glittery, but the color is just so unique, so cool. I'll show you the packaging up close. This is how it comes in this little pot. Oh my god, I don't think you're ready for this jelly. So this is Houdini. So you can see that it's basically, again, like a clear jelly consistency, but it has that blue and purple reflect to it. I'll give it a little swatchy swatch. It also has kind of like a golden reflect in there. So cool. So when it's one way, you can't really see it, and then it hits the light and it's like bam. And these are, like I said, a jelly consistency, but I'm pretty sure they dry down, so they're not going to transfer at all. Whereas if you were to just put glitter down on your eyes, it would basically go everywhere. But this is going to stay put. Oh my god, it's just so cool, so unique. I definitely want to use this in some sort of like editorial look. I think that would be really fun. So I have to plan an editorial look now based around this. So that was it from Alcone. Then we stopped at Stilazzi, which is also Friends, so that's where we got the Friends bag. I got 3 of the Stilazzi Borderline Intense Gel Eyeliners. This is what the little box looks like. The boxes are actually color-coded, which is really cool. I mean, they're gonna get thrown out, but still appreciate the effort. So the first one I got was in the shade Smoky Quartz. And this one's kind of like an espresso chocolatey color. Not black, but also not fully brown. It's really like just a nice cool toned blackened brown. So really nice. Actually, the reason why we even went to the Stilazzi booth, I will say, is because Jordan Liberty, we watched one of his little seminars and he was raving about these. He actually used this as a base all over the lid, and it just, oh my god, it was so cool. It blended out seamlessly. It was really fun to watch. So we of course had to go pick them up because if Jordan Liberty says to buy something, we have to buy it. That's just the rule. He recommended Smoky Quartz, and then he also talked about Jet, which is their black eyeliner. It's just a matte black, really nice. He said that it blends out seamlessly as well. So if you want to do more of like a smoky eyeliner, you can use something like this, or you can do something precise as well. They're basically water resistant, they don't crease, so really excited about that. And then the last shade that I got was Tiger's Eye, and this is kind of like that coppery, bronzy gold. I thought this would be gorgeous all over the eye as well as a base with some shadows blended over it. Really excited to play with those. I don't have a ton of gel eyeliners in my kit because I didn't really have a use for them in my mind, but now that Jordan told me how to use them, I'm really excited to implement those into my kit. Next up, I grabbed one of the Stilazzi lipsticks. This is their lip matte lipstick in the shade Get Fizzy. The model that Jordan was doing makeup on was actually wearing this, and we thought it was gorgeous, so we asked her, and she said to get this color, so that's the only reason why we got this. It's super pretty. This is the packaging. It's a nice, like, kind of cool toned peach. It's really unique. I don't really have anything else like this, so I was actually really excited to grab that. That'll be more of a personal product probably, but who knows, I might get another one and put into my kit, or I might put this into my kit. We'll have to just wait and see. I know I got a ton of brushes at Delium, but Stilazzi also has some pretty good brushes, so I got 3. Nothing crazy. I didn't go too nuts. These were some of Jordan's recommendations as well, so kind of had to do it, because, you know, what Jordan says goes, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. I'm just going to show these all together. This is the Stilazzi Angle Liner S204. Then we have the Shadow Fluff S210 and the Brow Duo L204. This is actually going to be used either for brows or for eyeliner. We have a nice little fluffy, either a lid, or I think he used this brush to blend out the gel eyeliner. And then we have a nice brow brush that has a little spoolie on the end. Those are just kind of staples. I have like multiples of every brush in my kit. I probably have at least 10 of every brush because I might have a day where I'm doing 10 people's makeup and I'm going to need a clean brush for every person. So I always stock up on brushes every time that I can. So yeah, can never have too many brushes if you're a makeup artist. 2 more booths and then we are done. This is going to be the longest video ever, I told you. So one of the last booths that we stopped at was the Twin Medics booth, and we just grabbed a moisturizer. Isabelle DeVries, I don't know how to say her name, so I apologize. She's an Australian makeup artist. She's amazing. She was doing a demo with Temp 2, and she actually used this moisturizer, so once again, what Isabelle says goes. And so yeah, we went over to the Twin Medics booth and grabbed this. It is a primer and moisturizer in one. Planet friendly, 100% vegan, for all skin types, paraben, cruelty, and fragrance free. So that's pretty much just goals right there. It was really nice. She actually passed it around and let everybody kind of test it out on the back of their hand. And the formula felt really nice in the back of my hand. My hand felt so moisturized. So I know it's going to be great in my kit. Now, last but certainly not least, actually totally not least, this is one of my favorite eyeshadow brands in the world. We stopped at the Cosette booth. Cosette makes some of the most pigmented, blendable, just like true to their color in the pan, like just so nice. I really, really love them. Last year I went to IMATS and they had a booth there and I grabbed like 9 of their shadows. One of them broke when I was traveling one time, so I knew that I had to go to the booth to restock on that color. It was the black. And I grabbed a few more, of course, because how could you not? In no particular order, I'm just going to show you the shades. First one I got is the shade Whisper. Oh my god, so pretty. I wanted to grab this as an alternative to a matte brown crease color. This is kind of more of a pinky warm shade. I thought it'd be gorgeous in the crease. Really, really love that. Cosette palette that I already have, I have a ton of warm crease shades. So this round I decided to go a little bit more cool toned, and I got the shade Union, which is this really nice cool toned, kind of neutral brown, honestly. This one's nice and smooth. You can even just tell in the swatch how smooth that was to apply. So I'm really excited for that. Sometimes you just don't always need a super warm brown. Sometimes you need that perfect, like, neutral brown shade. And this is going to be a great multi-use shadow because that'll be beautiful in the brows. Next up we have the shade Halite, which is this gorgeous reflective metallic color. In the pan it almost looks a little bit silver, but I'll swatch it for you and you'll just see the magic happen right before your eyes. Oh my god. How bomb is that? It almost has like a pink shift, but it has silver duochrome to it. So unique, so cool. Sometimes, once again, like, you don't always need to do a full golden smoky eye, so sometimes you want to do something a little bit different with more of a cool tone silvery look, but this is just not, it's not a straight up silver, so it's a little bit more wearable. Next up we have the blackest black eyeshadow I've ever used in my life. It is Cosette Shadow Inject. Wow, this shadow beats any other black shadow I've ever used. I feel bad because swatched it's not going to look as good as it does on the eyes, but it's like your true matte black. So pretty. I think it has a little bit of shimmer in there just because I've been swatching all these other shades and that Lemonade Space Paste, but trust me, it's a matte black, I think. Did I get the wrong color? And lastly, we were about ready to check out when we saw this shade. This is Shiva. This is like literally the most beautiful bronze rose gold shade I've ever seen in my life. I cannot wait to put this to use. Oh, like butter. That is stunning. Imagine that all over the lid, blended out with this shade right here. Perfection. Just wiping off my arm. As you can tell from my descriptions, I'm obviously obsessed with Cosette shadows, and I highly, 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 highly recommend them. I mean, a lot of these colors are kind of in that Natasha Denona palette, but these are just a little bit more unique with that really nice bronze and that pinkish silver color. So cool, so unique. Really, really love those, and you can customize your palette. He has tons of shadows. I don't have nearly as many as he sells. But what's cool is you can pick ones that you really know that you're going to use, so you're not maybe wasting your money. Let's say you buy a 12 color palette, but you know you're only going to use 8 of them. What are you going to do with the money that you spent on the rest of them? So this is nice because you can totally customize them, and they're really, really, really high quality shadows. Oh my gosh. It was definitely the longest video ever. But it was a lot of fun because we talked about all fun makeup, and I'm so excited to play with all this stuff. I like literally had to sit down the day after going to the makeup show and film this because I was itching to use all these products, and I knew that if I put them away or started using them that I would never film this. So that's why we're doing this. That's why I was talking so fast, because I'm just so excited to use all this stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about the products down below. A lot of this stuff is going into my pro kit, so you might not see it in use on my channel. But if there's something that I hauled today that you really want to see me use, tell me and I 100% will. I might not think to use everything because it is going to be away in my kit, probably at my studio or in my car or something. So let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see me use on myself, or even if you want me to do makeup on a model like I would if I was actually using this stuff in my kit, let me know that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!